Jeez, man. Yep. Oh, I think the humidity is saving me. Because the other day, was it yesterday or the day before, it was like 91 degrees or something, or maybe my phone was off, but it was, that's what it was reading. But it didn't feel like it was that hot. So I'm grateful, especially the times that I'm outside working. But it didn't feel like it was 91, and right now it's 74, 78 degrees, and I think maybe there is a little humidity, and there's a breeze, and I'm under the tree, and it's nice. And I just came from an air-conditioned room, doing that applying the wax to that floor. And that floor is trashed, and it couldn't be replaced before the year starts. So I just wanted to put, we did strip it the best we could, and I'm just putting the wax, it's like putting lipstick on a pig, but it does make it look a little bit better. And we have a new teacher coming into that classroom. So that's what I was doing. So if you did notice, it's just a real ugly floor. But we just work with what we got and do the best that I can. So and I'm just taking a little breather here, enjoying some fresh air. Whew. I don't want to lose that. That would suck. $11:34. For this last week, this last 3 days, Monday, I decided that I needed to cut out the bad food that I've been eating too much of. And for my future, not just to lose weight. Like before, when I was younger, I was like, oh, I got to get shredded. You know, I used to do powerlifting, and bodybuilding. And I had a strict diet that I followed for 6 days. And on the 7th day, I allowed myself to have a cheat meal. Usually breakfast, but it was a lot of carbs, 7 meals a day, 6 to 7 meals a day. And it was really hard to get all that food down. And now that I have not been exercising like I used to, and I'm getting older, I've gained a lot of weight, and I guess my fat to muscle ratios are more, well, I have a lot of muscle, but there's not enough muscle, I guess, that's actively working all the time to burn enough fat for the amount of garbage that I'm intaking. So it's definitely harder to do as I'm aging. And I have tried a lot of different diets in the past, and it was usually like a fad, and I would just do it. I mean, when I was power building, I was pretty strict. And I say strict, having that one meal on Sunday where I could indulge. That's what I mean by strict. It's probably about as strict as I've ever been on a diet. But you know, I got married, which was an awesome thing. And I just didn't have the discipline and the self-control to stick and continue the eating, the lifestyle that I was living and eating. You know, it did take a lot of work, meal prepping and all that stuff, and it just took a lot of work to even eat all that food. But now, you know, I've tried intermittent fasting, low carb, the ketogenic diet. That was one that I had a lot of success, and I saw the best results from, as far as like my mental clarity, my energy levels, my body composition. So, and like part of me doesn't want to do it because it's going to be even more difficult when I was single. I did it. Well, single as in like living, before I was married, I was living with my roommates, and I was able to control what kind of food was in the house. So I didn't buy any sugars or any junk food. It was basically chicken, steak, rice, and vegetables, and that was literally all I ate. But now being married, having a lot of carbs, breads, snacks and stuff like that, which I love. I eat a lot of ice cream. I'm worried it's going to be, I know it's really hard. It's going to be really hard. And it has been even this last 3 days. I've been slowly, little by little, cutting out sugar and junk food and processed food. Now, I still had Reese's sticks the other day, and I had a piece of a chicken quesadilla. But I'm not going to beat myself up over it, because I'm just trying to be more disciplined, and it's very hard for me, you know, especially with, anyways, I can go off on a rabbit trail tangent, but I want to try to stick to what I'm trying to get across here, my point. But it's like, I guess in the past I have looked at it as like a diet that I need to get on to lose weight, and then once I lose the weight, then I can start eating junk again. But I've done that the last 8 years,
and it just gets harder and harder for the weight to come off, and it just does more damage to my physical health and my mental health. So and it's funny because I've been riding my bike a lot more and really tracking my my workouts through a computer and Strava and all that stuff. And I got on the scale last week or 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've been working out so hard. I've been eating less junk food. I'm eating still junk food. You saw that burrito I had last week. I'm eating less junk food, and I just got on the scale in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, it's got to be 5 pounds. 5 pounds. I'm gonna be happy with 5 pounds. I gained 15 pounds. I went from 284 pounds to 299 pounds. I said, wow. Now, I've always been able to gain weight and muscle, so I'm just going to chop that up to a combination of me doing those hardcore climbs where it was really blasting my leg muscles. It was just like some of the biggest muscles in my body. Well, I have chicken legs. I'm just saying, you know, and my muscle, and then the muscles in general, the biggest group of muscle. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's compensating for that extra 13 to 15 pounds that I saw increase. And then, of course, all the junk food. But I'm really like not feeling good. And yeah, I guess it's taken me to now to say, all right, Matt, you got to have more self-control, and you got to start taking care of your body. If not for myself, for my family, my wife and my children. And, you know, God gave me my body and gives me health every day. So I need to be a good steward of my body and be more mindful of what I put into it. So instead of going cold turkey everything, and going and start intermittent fasting, or even fasting for the last time I did keto, to jump into it, I fasted for 3 days just with water. But I wasn't working at the time, and I wasn't as physically active as I am. The job I have is physical. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just slowly cut back my sugar, my processed sugar, even any kind of sugar. And I know there's like sugar and everything, so it's, you know, I'm going to slowly cut back over this next couple weeks, and slowly lower my carbohydrate intake and increase my protein and my vegetables and my healthy fats, and slowly kind of ease back into a ketogenic lifestyle change. I'm saying the ketogenic diet because out of all the diets I've tried in the past, the ketogenic diet, I felt the best. I felt my head was clear, had more energy. Oh, excuse me. All right, back. Where was I at? Yeah, I forgot where. I know I was talking about that, cutting off out sugars and transitioning to the ketogenic diet. Oh yeah, yeah. Out of all the diets I've tried, and all the fasting, and you know, I remember the keto. I felt the best, even though it was a lot harder than all the other ones. Especially being around family that is not on a keto diet, and there's sugar and everything. But I'm not going to be so crazy strict. If there's a family event, I'll probably allow myself to get the healthiest choice there is there, but still, you know, if there's some rice or some tortillas or something, then I'm just going to, you know, I'm not going to I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna kick myself out of ketosis, but then I'll just jump right back on. Anyways, I think that telling myself that maybe helps me say to myself, helps my brain think that it ain't gonna be that bad. But I have to stop looking at it as like, oh, I'm gonna get shredded, but start looking at it like I should. It's like it's my health, my future, my family, and that's the way I'm looking at it this time around. Like, yeah. So, wish me luck, because that's where I'm going to be going. Oh, Jacob's here. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later.
On the classic TV show, it held the famous line, "Good night, John Boy." What was the show?
This is before my time too. Small House on the Prairie. Wait! It was that one. He's now.
Yes.
Good time, Amy Joe. I can read it coming out of your mouth.
Most shows it was the one. All right, which 1960s famous TV show had a talking horse?
Mr. Ed, a horse is a horse, of course.
There we go.
Amy, I'm impressed.
Okay, last one. This one should be.
Saturday morning. I just got to work, working some overtime. We have a few projects to complete before within the next couple weeks. So right now I'm here early, 5:30. I'm gonna go in and put the last coat of wax on that floor. And then I'm going to go make coffee and respond to some emails before we get the day started. Aw, there's really not a lot of coffee in there. Maybe only enough for a cup. Aw. Well, let's see what we can get out of it. Oh, what am I doing? About to throw that away. Almost throw that away, man. Alrighty, let me see. How do you do this here? Oh, what happened to the little strap? No, that's not it. Oh, this is it right here. Right? Yep, that's it. But still, missing the strap. It's gonna be some real lame coffee, I already know. Reach for the sky. Spider webs, they're always getting on my head. Does whatever a spider pig does. Gotta keep it circulated. Does whatever a spider pig does.